All right, y'all, we got something a little bit different and something cool today. We got a 1968 C10, super dope car. If this is your first time here, we take you all around the car. We do the exterior, interior. It goes on that rack. We look out underneath and we take it on a test drive. Try to show everything that we can. If you are interested in purchasing, you'll call us at 256-801-4409 and we'll FaceTime any car that you're interested in. That way you can see more on it and we go from there. So getting into it, we have this car here, or this truck here on consignment. First thing you will notice, and the number one thing I like about it, it is a patina paint job, and I think it looks amazing. Not saying that it's a perfect job by any means at all, but I think that's kind of the point. Patina is supposed to kind of look, you know, not finished and rough. This one with the gloss clear kind of makes it look a little bit newer, but I love it nonetheless. So again, I'm not going to point out imperfections in the paint because it's a patina paint job. It's supposed to have imperfections, but anything major I see, I will point out. Move on down. Door appears to be properly aligned. No issues there. You see a little bit of run here from the clear. Roof looks good. I don't have any like dents or anything. A major orange peel, but again, it's a patina paint job. You could probably knock that down, but it's meant to kind of look rough. Step side, got some cracks right here. Believe it's in the paint. I'm not sure, to be honest, but either way. Got a Rhino line bed. Pretty dope. Move around. Like I said, there are some cracks here and there, which I don't know if they started off as chips and then got filled in with the paint. Not 100% sure. Tailgate looks pretty solid, functional. Nothing crazy. Rear bumper looks good. No rust or dents. Once we put it on the rack, we'll check out underneath that. Coming down the driver's side. Again, I love the color. Just depending on how you're looking at it, it kind of looks like it's black and red, but then it also kind of gives that burnt orange kind of mixed in. Kind of look like solar flares a little bit, kind of going off through it. Either way, I like it. Front windshield has no cracks, no chips, no rock chips. There are no wipers on this vehicle. Hood appears to be properly aligned. Front bumper is solid, nothing there. Kind of make it hard to point out imperfections when it's done like this, but power brakes, power steering. It's got a 5.3 with a fast EFI kit. It's hooked up to a 700R trans, a new compressor, so AC does blow cold. Shut that. All right, interior. Interior looks to have been refinished. I'm not 100% sure, but here's our door panel. No issues there. Pretty basic maroon interior. Headliner appears to have been redone. Color is nice and vibrant. Dash as well. And looks like new carpet as well. It's got some floor mats in it. I believe those are out of Monte Carlo SS. Looks clean in this truck. Didn't shut the door. Still didn't. There we go. Trucks take a little bit of power, I guess. All right. Driver side. Same. Nothing going crazy with the door panels. Seats are in good shape though. I have one little burn hole right here, but I didn't notice any other rips or discoloration. I believe this is an OBS steering wheel. Might be wrong, but I think it is. Trying to get this seat belt. There we go. It was latched behind me. I'm gonna put you down for 1 second. I always tell people, you know, I apologize having to put y'all down, but I try to shoot the videos in one continuous loop so you guys don't think anything crazy is going on. So, manual windows. We're gonna let the EFI system kick on. Not super familiar with the fast EFIs. I think it's 1 second. All right, 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 1 second. I always do Hollies, but this thing sounds amazing. Mileage reads 83463. We'll see if the temp comes up, even though it don't matter. It'll come through the computer. Weird spot to mount the box, but I guess it helps with the warning lights. Let me take that back. That's not a bad idea because mine is hidden inside of my dash, so that's not a bad spot so you can see your warning lights. No horn. I can hear it clicking, but no beeping. Left turn, right turn, not showing in the dash. Lights are on. I can see up there and in the dash. Don't have to worry about wipers. I know they're not on. Fuel reads half. You know how it goes with gas tanks. I'm gonna assume it does work since it's electronic. Let's check this radio. Radio does work. I got static. We're going to turn that off. Not gonna mess with the computers at all. Very rarely, when you don't have that many C10s, but very rarely do we have some that I don't like driving. They just all happen to be fun. So that was a weird little click. I wonder if this steering shaft has been replaced, because I can feel it right there. Yeah, I can hear it turning like it's hitting something, so we'll have to see. 5.3 is more than enough power for any of these old trucks. They are super light in the rear. Speedometer is working. It's a little bouncing, but not bad at all. Alignment is definitely off. Hands off the wheel. She's tracking straight. I'm on the brakes, but I got some major play in the steering wheel. This thing wants to go. I'm barely tapping the pedal and she's pulling. No weird exhaust sounds. This glass is rattling a little bit in the door. That's to be expected though. These old trucks, they don't have sound deadening. They're just pure metal, so it's to be expected. This thing definitely wants to go. This is gonna be a fun truck for somebody for sure. I feel like this steering column, this has to be an aftermarket steering column of some kind, because I can feel it. And of course you're turning. The shifts were smooth. Obviously I didn't dog it or anything. I can tell this is one of them, because the gas is all over once it moves in the trunk, in the pan, same way my car does. So I'm gonna say it's accurate, but who knows. I was gonna gas it a little bit, but we got all these cars coming this way. Can definitely hear everything like an old truck. Of course, they're gonna do 15. Well, I guess they're turning. She definitely wants to take off. I may be quarter into the throttle and we're already at 45, so this is more than enough power for this old girl. Definitely got some squeaking going on every time I hit the brakes. Again, old truck. And something in the steering column. Again, when I turn into this, I'm gonna try to let you guys hear it. Normally I would have already cut this video short, but I just want to make sure, you know, we're showing the truck as it is. I'll make sure I'm not giving it gas when I'm doing it. There's the squeak from that, and I'm gonna turn. I don't know if you guys could hear that. There it is right there. So when I pop the hood on the rack, I'm gonna just check to see if it's rubbing against something. But give me a second, we'll check out that. All right, y'all, we got C10 up on the rack. Rear bumper looks pretty solid. You got a little bit of rust underneath, as you expect to see for a 60-year-old truck. but from the top view, everything looks solid. This appears to be a newer gas tank at some point in time. They probably dropped it when they did the EFI. Not 100% sure. Drums in the rear. All underneath looks pretty solid. I don't really have anything to point out there. Let's go down the passenger side first. Our frame looks nice and straight. H-pipe on the exhaust, long tube headers. Pretty solid for the most part. Don't see any cracks from the inside. Flowmaster exhaust, that's why she sounds good. Suspension appears to be stock. Driver side, frame looks good as well. Floors, don't have anything to really write home about. 700R, built by Monster, if I'm not mistaken. I think it said a 26 to 2800 stall. Can't remember. Disc brakes up in the front. The thing's kind of big, actually. I need to check this out. Let me get up in the front and see. Oil pan looks dry. Trans pan looks dry. Everything appears to be stock. Here's our, we got a transmission cooler. Pretty dope. Kind of small, but little baby fans. Kind of cool, though. I'm going to tell you what's funny. Kind of off topic, but what's funny, we always get people talking, you know, oh, man, you know, a LS swap. You can do an LS swap for $3,000. It don't add no value. And it's always because they skip steps. If you got any type of LS, even though this is a 700, no reason for you not to have a trans cooler. And I see so many LSs come through without trans coolers. It's like people don't realize that they build up a little more pressure. I mean, a little more heat, especially in them 4L80s and 60s. So I like to see that, even though it's a little small one. I just like to see them little extra steps to keep you safe. Wheel wells look solid. Nothing crazy, just single piston disc brakes. Underneath, we got a little bit of bubbling, nothing crazy. Again, 60-year-old truck, patina, it's how you expect. These, what's the names? Damn, I'm drawing a blank. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. The body mounts, the bushings, they look pretty solid. Let me get on over to this driver's side. Could tell somebody was having fun in these. These don't look like they got too much life left in them. Again, this is a consignment vehicle, so if you're interested in this 68, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website and Instagram. Always appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.